I'm back. So it's been about, how long has it been? 2 months since my last upload? Yeah, I usually don't take that long of breaks. I am usually on my other channel, Unfriendly Fire, and ever since I kind of took, in quotes, a break, I decided why not come back with something a little bit special. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make my favorite cocktail, the Bushwacker. Now the Bushwacker is a very sweet drink, which is why I love it personally. It's like one of these drinks that you could literally have in the winter or in the summer. So right now it is the summer, so whenever you make a drink, you either put it over ice or even ice cream. If you were in the winter, you would just heat it up and just drink it like it's hot cocoa. I have so far not found any other cocktail that even comes close to the Bushwacker. It's a very simple drink, and it kind of brings back a childhood, and you'll see why later on. Now I'm just going to say this right off the bat. I know I don't have a professional setup. Do not mock me. If you're coming to this channel, you should not expect anything professional. If anything, it's janky. Just watch the rest of my videos and you'd find out. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to how we're going to make this drink. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to get yourself kind of a small glass, and we're going to fill it up with ice. Now I know in certain cocktails you don't want to necessarily fill up the ice because it will water down too quickly, but with this drink you can be a little bit more loosey-goosey. But I would just say, to be safe, just get the ice in there, get the drink so it doesn't water down. I don't know exactly how long it would take before, it pretty much just tastes like a watered down, nasty, whatever. So the first step is go ahead and get the ice in here. Now again, you can't put this over ice cream, however, just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to keep it over ice. So I got the measuring cup here, and the first ingredient we are going to need is going to be 1.5 ounces of Irish cream. You can use Bailey's. Here I'm just using Ryan's, and we're going to go ahead and open this up and get about 1.5 ounces or a shot's worth of the Irish cream. And if you're off by a little bit, that's alright. It's not going to be all that, well, I definitely went over, but that's alright. So we're just going to pour that in. Alright, the next thing we're going to be using is coconut rum. Now North Carolina has its distillery up in Belmont, and it's called Muddy River, and they have some pretty good coconut rum from what I understand. I usually don't drink rum by itself, but I've heard it's pretty good. So the measurements of this is going to be 1 ounce, by the way. So 1 ounce of coconut rum, so about 30 milliliters. Alright, so 30 milliliters of the coconut rum. The final ingredient is going to be a 1/2 ounce of coffee liqueur. You can, again, use any brands. This is the one I'm using. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it because I know I would just butcher it. So again, if you go over, that's alright. And we're going to pour it in. And then finally, just get a spoon. And this is the drink. This is the Bushwacker. So again, this is the Bushwacker. The camera right now isn't really getting much of the brown color. It's kind of a little bit more bright due to the exposure. But again, this is a very sweet drink. And the way how it's going to taste, and let me go and take a sip real quick. So basically, that Bailey's is going to give it kind of like a chocolatey flavor. And then that coconut rum kind of gives it like a vanilla ice cream, and then that coffee kind of just cuts through the it just cuts through the richness. Of course, that that rum does kind of make it burn a little bit, but this is why I say it's kind of like a childhood memory kind of drink, because it's like chocolate and vanilla. Of course, you might think of going back to the beach and just having ice cream, or just having some really nice hot cocoa or whatever. You could heat this up without the ice or ice cream, and it would be probably a really good beverage by itself. Again, you could put this over ice cream during the summer, and that's especially really good. But just like every single time I take a sip of this, I just remember when I first had this at the beach, and It was just such a it was such a novelty drinking this. It was just such a kind of a really pleasant experience to kind of have like a chocolatey vanilla, but kind of like a little burn at the end because, you know, of all the rum. But it was like by far my favorite drink I think I had at the beach ever, and I had like several different types of drinks there, but this one's definitely stood out. I think I did end up adding a little bit too much rum. It was supposed to be an ounce, but I did end up adding a little bit over by accident. But nonetheless, it's still a good drink, and it is still my favorite drink, cocktail-wise, I should say. And especially what I like about this is that all these ingredients are, for the most part, I should be relatively available. I would like to make more videos like this kind of in the future. I know that I do primarily photography and all that, but I think it's kind of fun to every now and then just kind of do a fun project like this. And if you have any recommendations about what drinks I should make next, or maybe some things I should try, and kind of give like my honest review or opinion of any other beers or anything like that. So in regards to actual photography videos, I haven't really been getting a lot of things to post about. So I haven't really been getting a lot of things for time lapses like storms or anything like that, because usually they'd end up missing us, or storms would be in an area that I really couldn't film in. So I've been having a lot of problems with posting time lapses, not to mention like I don't really have anything to photograph at the moment that requires making a tutorial really. So yeah, having fun little off projects like this kind of really helps to fill in the time. So again, if you have any other suggestions like this, or you have any other off projects I should try, please let me know. I think that'd actually be kind of really fun to do. But anyways, that was the Bushwacker. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And again, I've said this a lot, if you want to see any other videos similar to the Bushwacker, or have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Until then, I will see you all later. Every Christmas, my uncle gets drunk and tells a story about father's forbidden chocolates. Every Christmas, my uncle gets drunk and tells a story about dad's funny ball. Every Christmas, my uncle gets drunk and tells a story about that bitch Stacy. Every Christmas, my uncle gets drunk and tells a story about Ruth Bader Ginsburg brutally grappling her people.